My name is Bob. My wife Laurie and I moved to Naples, Florida a couple of years ago as I retired from the company that I worked for. One thing when you're new to a community, you need to find people to do work for you. So we needed our kitchen remodeled. We called a kitchen remodeler. They came out and did the work. Then we were in need of having our bathrooms remodeled. The kitchen remodeler said that they don't do bathrooms and they recommended Paul Beatty to us. So we called Paul, made an appointment. He came down to our house. I happen to be a fanatic for being on time. Paul came right at the time he said he was going to be there. He came in, introduced himself. My wife Laurie and I were enamored with him from the get-go. He's just very relatable. And one of the big traits that I admire in somebody beyond promptness is being trustworthy. And we immediately sensed the trustworthiness with him and we bonded. Paul came in, said, this is what I'm going to do, this is when I'm going to do it, this is how much lead time I need. And every toll gate we went through with Paul, he met and all exceeded. And the work was started when we agreed to start it. It was ended about when we said it was going to be ended. And we couldn't be more thrilled with the results of the work. And that's what it all comes down to, is how does the finished project look and are you happy with it? And we were. Paul also told us that he would stand behind his work not for 1 year, not for 2 years. If we had any problem with the workmanship, he'd stand behind it. And as another thing that we liked was because he was also a new home builder, he was up to date with the latest trends. So when we had some suggestions, he would tell us whether that's what people did or didn't do. For example, my wife and I all live by ourselves. We have no need for a bathtub, but we were worried for resale value whether we needed to keep a tub in our home. At that time, Paul said, based on his work in new construction, people weren't putting tubs in today. And that's what helped us to finalize our decision, because he's being relevant and he has new homes to sell. So we relied on his judgment to help us make our final decisions. The other thing that impressed us about Beatty Development wasn't only Paul, it's all the people that work with Paul. Stephen Moore happened to be our project manager. He was like a son of Paul. He would do everything that we needed to be done. He would constantly follow up to make sure everybody was doing their job when they said it would be done. And then once you get beyond Stephen, you come to the people that actually do the day-to-day work. And we were very fortunate to have a number of people that did the work and were always happy to check in with us to make sure the workmanship was what we were expecting. And never were they rude or crass with us. They were very patient with us, as a matter of fact. So one of the traits that I admire in an organization is not whether you have a good leader or a bad leader. It's if you're a good leader, how well all the people that work with you feel about your company. And our observation was that Paul had a very dedicated team, all the way from the people that did the work on site, to the site managers, to the support people that worked in the office. Everybody was very, very professional and did what they said they were going to do when they were going to do it. We happened to live in our house during the project. When Beatty came in and set up, one of the things that we noticed that was different from remodeling projects that we had done in our northern homes was they brought in a HEPA filter. I had no clue what a HEPA filter was. What it does is it dramatically controls the dust throughout the house during the project. So I would say that kept 90% of the dust way under control. Then when the project was concluded, Beatty sent in a professional cleaning crew to clean the house from top to bottom, not only the rooms that were worked on, but the entire house, and they also power washed our driveway, which we thought was terrific. I would not hesitate for a second to recommend Beatty Development to anybody for any remodeling needs. I know we'll certainly use them in the future.